Hey, it's me, Nate, and I'm back. I'm so excited. Because finally it's the return of Wolfenstein. BJ Blazkowicz is back and better than ever, because there's nothing better than going around and killing bad guys, right?
I reckon we should go kill us some Nazis. Yeah!
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, yet again for Broketober. This time I'm reviewing Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus. It was developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda Softworks, and was released on October 27th of 2017 for Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. And in 2018, we'll actually have a Nintendo Switch version. And it is an action-adventure first-person shooter that is a direct sequel to the 2014 hit The New Order, where you play once again as BJ Blazkowicz in an alternate history of 1961, where the Nazi regime won the Second World War and invaded the US, and most of the levels are traversed on foot, and the story is arranged in chapters. And at the start of the game, during the prologue, you are given a choice that alters the entire storyline, and certain characters and plots change based on your decision. Now, I'm not going to get into massive detail of what actually it does change, but I will say it actually does make a pretty decent difference. It has a pretty decent cover system, and most guns and weapons can be dual welded and mixed and matched, which is by far the neatest thing. They improved it tremendously compared to the last game, so dual welding is so much easier this time around, and your health is set up in sections which will regenerate based on what section you still have. And of course you can use a new addition is the stealth takedowns, which are significantly an improvement over the previous, allowing you to take down certain characters to keep them from calling in more and more bad guys. Now you have melee weapons, swimming is back, jumping is back, and you also get the addition of 3 very interesting add-ons, including stilts, a compression vest, and also another item that allows you to like shield charge enemies. And you figure you get to do all kinds of fighting, killing, swimming, jumping throughout your roughly 10 to 15 hour adventure. It runs off the high-tech ID Tech 6 engine, and like I said, it takes place after the Nazis are taken over United States of America, and it has lots of cinematics, roughly about 3 hours of cinematics, and the technology that the Nazis have in this game is insane. Everything from drones to the bosses are a lot more larger scale this time. Tons of new enemy types. My personal favorite are the cyborg wall climber guys, and the commander system, which makes a return but has been altered, which you got to be careful, because this time the commanders can call for multiple reinforcements, unlike the first game. But if you're able to sneak up on them and kill them, you get all kinds of bonuses, including enigma codes, and stealth is highly recommended for those guys, because trust me, they do not go down without a fight. Now your melee attacks, this time you get a hatchet and tomahawks that you could throw, and like I said, it does have a much improved dual welding. You can mix and match, which is pretty cool, considering how you bring up your weapons wheels, how you can actually pick your weapons this time. And it does have a very unique, interesting start. I am not going to spoil it for you, but the start of this game is fantastic. It really gets you going, and like I said, this is a direct sequel to the first game, and man, this game is fantastic. Naturally, it does have more collectibles. You have your armor, your audio recordings, your enigma codes, and a bunch of new stuff along the way. Now, keep in mind, this game also will have a season pass of $25, which will be 3 DLCs in the future that focus on different characters and stories. And most of the time, I am against season passes, but I will have to say, with the first Wolfenstein, this game probably will have some of the best damn DLC around. The first game's DLC was bar none some of the best damn damn DLC I've played in a long time, and the correct way if you're going to charge a season pass on how to do the DLC. This game from the ground up has got some badass graphics. It's got fantastic, great particle effects and graphics, wonderful level design, multiple branching paths that allow you to sneak around, run fast, because this game is about run and gun action shooting, and like I said, it does actually have some stealth aspects to it, but let's be honest, what'll happen, you'll stealth kill a couple people, then they'll see you, all hell breaks loose, and then it's run and gunning, massive action. Now, it does have a central hub location that as you progress through the world and the story, it will evolve as you progress, ever changing to reflect what you've been doing in the story, which I think is fantastic. It's still very heavily corridor based, but does have several open areas as well. I have noticed some certain little things with it though, is up close. I don't think they expect you to really take your time in this. They expect you to be running through the game fast as hell, but some of the textures are kind of rough up close, but that's really not that majorly, a really break with this game. Now, like I said, the 3 new dynamic abilities that you get have to be the stilts to allow you to jump and climb things, your squeeze belt, which allows you to get into small quarters, and your upper body, which is pretty damn cool, actually. Now, keep in mind, this game runs regularly in 1080 at a locked 60 frames a second, and on Xbox One and the PS4 Pro, it does have the 4K checkerboarding effect. Now, PC naturally has way more options. You can run this on your PC if you have a beast PC, and you can blow the graphics out of the water on this thing. This game has very slammy, insane music that is fantastic. It kind of reminds me of the way the remake of Doom, the newest Doom game was. It has like fantastic music that really fits the overall game. I just can't say more than the fact that I actually love the first game, and this has nothing but vast improvements over the first game. It has very decent channel separation for the sound effects, very well done weapon sounds. The weapon sounds, the way they control and the sound of them, just a pounding of like a shotgun blast, your machine guns firing. It is so well done, and by far, this game has some fantastic voice acting. It has a very serious, but very humorous voice acting story through this. Great characters and wonderful voice acting. I cannot say anything else other than the fact that I absolutely love the evolution of the characters. I love how they actually explain PJ Blazkowicz's backstory, explaining with his life and the stuff that he's dealt with, how he progresses and evolves as a character, and it is so well done. I cannot say any more than the fact that this is a fantastic sequel. Now, the only thing I can say is I have to point out some flaws. The enemy AI is just okay. They can still be kind of stupid. Sometimes they're smarter than the last one, especially if you turn the difficulty way up high, but they still will end up hiding in view sometimes with body parts hanging out. I've had a couple instances where they hide in the same area where I am, but all in all, they're pretty... They're not that dumb. They may make a mistake here and there, but like I said, if you crank the difficulty up, this is one hell of a challenging game, and it is a fantastic game. And like I said, you can get through it in roughly 10 to 15 hours, and all in all, I wish the game was longer, especially considering the price, but the overall enjoyment I had playing through this game, collecting the items, all the neat weapons you get, all the technology and all the enemies you fight, I just had a total blast with this game. Now, I always rate my games based on should you buy it, should you pass on it, or should you rent it? And I can't believe I'm saying this. I personally love this game. If you love the first game, go out and buy it. It is worth paying the price, even for how short it is, because the overall quality of the game I found is just so damn entertaining. But if you do not like these kinds of games, once again, don't pick it up. You are not going to like it if you are not into these run and gun style games. But in the end, because remember, this is strictly just my opinion, and in the end, it is your opinion if you will like the game or not. This is just my recommendations, but I would say definitely buy it. Now, if you don't plan on buying it, please at least rent it. Now, you could probably rent it from a Redbox or your local video store and be able to play through and beat it in just like one night if you really sit down and do it like I did. And in the end, it is an enjoyable ride. It is a fantastic game, and I really, truthfully enjoyed myself with this. This was fun as hell. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes to my channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who watches this video. Please leave a comment below if you plan on playing this game, and of course, up in the upper corner of the screen, right here where this arrow is, make sure to click this link that'll take you to my contest I'm still having, where you can win a Nintendo Switch system, a PlayStation Game of the Year version of Fallout 4 with a Pip-Boy, a Super NES Classic system, and a full-size Galahorn from Destiny. Like I said, go to this thing, watch the video, and you'll be able to figure out how you can enter the contest. And I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out. This episode of Double Dog Gaming was brought to you by Pizza Schmidt Pizzeria. Do you like pizza? Then come on down and be a real Pizza Schmidt.